So things were heating up in the cryptoverse, but now it looks like it's starting to dump a little bit. Honestly, nothing to worry about if you're a long-term holding, but if you've been trading, then I feel your pain because I have a little bit too, and it's been a rough week to say the least. But I need to get back to talking about XRP because we're sort of at a make it or break it point if this thing is going to skyrocket or go straight to the dumpster. And believe me, the dumpster is not where I want XRP to go because I've been long-term hodling a bag of over 200K coins and thought I'd have been rich by now, but the reality has set in, and the pain of not seeing a good return on XRP is really starting to get to me, as I'm sure it is with a lot of you as well. On the flip side, if you don't own a lot of XRP right now, you could also look at this as a buying opportunity. However, that is not financial advice. Okay, so I've got another interesting price prediction to go over for you guys for this month and going forward. It's pretty promising, actually, but hard to tell if it's going to come true. Anyways, it's from Crypto Potato. These guys have some good articles. I'll link this one up below in the description if you want to check it out. But basically, it says the price of Ripple's XRP passed through severe turbulence through the first quarter of the year, eventually finishing at the same level where it started its journey at 60 cents. The popular X-user eReg Crypto predicted there are two possible scenarios for the following months: a surge above 75 cents or a dip under 44 cents. That would be brutal. But the expert believes the path to a new all-time high of over $10 is clear, but advise investors to cash out some of their profits if in need. Key factors that might fuel an XRP rally in the near future, including the Bitcoin halving scheduled for the end of April, which is pretty exciting, and the developments of the Ripple versus SEC. Recall that the trial between the two entities is set for April 23rd. I think it's kind of interesting. You've got the halving, and then you've got this SEC thing at the end of April. A decisive win for Ripple might propel an XRP price increase, whereas the opposite scenario could hamper the industry's progress and result in the implementation of stringent rules. Okay, so what I would take away from this is that if you're still holding XRP and frustrated, I get it, but selling right now doesn't make a lot of sense. You just be better off holding at least for a little bit longer. And because I'm, always stacking and packing XRP, I'd like to go over my Uphold account once again, which is one of the only exchanges I recommend buying XRP. Of course, if you'd like to learn more about using Uphold, there will be some bonus and resource links below in the description. You could also get on our crypto newsletter where we send out 1 email a week on updates as well. And yes, here we go. So my account, like I said, it's mainly holding XRP. The layout of what you're looking at is the desktop version, but if you're using this on your phone, it looks very similar. You could also switch between light and dark mode as well, which is a feature I really like. In total, though, they have well over 200 different coins you could buy, sell, and trade, and they're always adding more as time goes on, just like with other exchanges. There's also a trending option for different assets on here, and if you're using this app on your phone, the notifications feature is actually pretty useful if you set price alerts or if you just have it on. When I have used this on my phone, I do actually let the notifications come through. They don't really annoy me, and it's not that big of a deal. But here's the big question. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, what are the fees for using Uphold? And I'm glad you asked because not a lot of people answered this one correctly, but typically it's set around 1% or less as long as the trading amounts are high. For example, if you're doing smaller trades of like $500 or less, the fees are going to be higher, significantly higher. Another option you could do as well is, if you don't even want to sell on here, you can take your coins off the exchange and send them somewhere else, like I said, like a Ledger, Trezor, and then you're going to pay no fees whatsoever. So, you could do that as well. So, however, if you decide to trade and sell on Uphold, getting money in and out of your checking account is a fast process. I think in the last 6 months, they added instant withdrawals. So you can actually do instant withdrawals. There's a fee for it, but they've got $10 to $1,000 as a daily time limit for how much you can get out. So, it's pretty big. And anyone, holding XRP, they created something called the XRP Vault for long-term hodlers who want to protect their coins to the fullest. I haven't checked that out yet, but it is a new feature they added. But let me be clear. I've never had any issues using these guys for over 3 years. So I don't sleep, over any of this. Even with this amount on here, I'm not worried about it. And that's basically how Uphold works. And I do think it's an awesome exchange worth trying out if you're sick of using apps like Coinbase, Kraken, Binance. Speaking of Coinbase, they are the worst. They actually banned my account, I want to say maybe like a year and a half ago for no reason and no explanation. Customer service didn't even help me. But Coinbase, the fees there are pretty outrageous as well. But the other thing about using Uphold, it is a worldwide exchange, so it doesn't matter what country you live in. I mean, I think there might be like a couple countries they don't accept, but for the most part, they take everybody. And, if you've made it this far, thanks. I do want to go over a few coin recommendations to check out on here. Obviously, this isn't financial advice, and you should always, do your own research, blah, blah, blah. But since I already own some XRP, I'm not going to talk about it. But, my first coin recommendation I would take a look at right now, and market cap aside on all these coins, I like the projects, and I think they're going to do good. I really like Engine Coin. Now, Engine Coin is a gaming coin. It started off back in 2012, and they've been around for a long time. I think the gaming sector is going to start to take off eventually. The all-time high on Engine was somewhere around like $3. And even in getting it at this price, I mean, you're looking at, a 6x return if it returns to those all-time highs. It could go even higher. $5 is a very strong possibility. The market cap is still low enough where that could happen. So, I mean, you get a good return on this, and that would make it like a 10x return. But I like the coin long-term in the project. Then, of course, we've got Decentraland. So Decentraland, kind of like in the gaming sector, they've been around for a while. The all-time high in this one was somewhere around $5, then obviously tapped out, and it's been down ever since. The reason I like this project is because, they're sort of in the VR space, the metaverse space, and they're one of the leaders in that space. They've got Atari as investors. They got some big money behind them, some smart people, and they've managed to stay in the top 100 of all coins, for quite some time. And all these coins are actually going to be in the top 100, guys. So, Decentraland, I would recommend taking a look at it, maybe put a little bit down. I think the return on it could be pretty good. Yeah. And then, of course, next up, we've got the Graph. Now, the Graph is interesting because it's very unique. It is actually starting to move up, the rankings right now. I think it's in the 30s, but of all coins. But basically what this does is it indexes different cryptocurrencies, blockchains, and it's been referred to as the Google of cryptocurrencies. The reason I like the Graph is because they've got a lot of funding, smart people behind them, and it's a very unique project. You don't really see anything else like it, and I like that uniqueness. There are a lot of coins that all do the same thing, whether it's meme coins or certain just exchange coins. I mean, there's just a uniqueness about the Graph, and that's why I like it. But speaking of exchange coins, out of all of them, the one I like the most and the one I have liked the most for a while is Kronos. Now, it used to be CRO. This is the Crypto.com exchange coin. And, Crypto.com, I would say out of all the exchanges, I've used them in the past. I'm not using them really right now, but, they've done a good job. They're very transparent. They have their logo on the Staples Center. The market cap on this is still low enough where I could see it blowing up in price. It wouldn't shock me if this coin went over $1, especially in the next bull run here. I definitely think this one could give you a really good return, so I would take a look at it. And, the last coin I would recommend taking a look at is Pepe. All these coins are available on Uphold as well, guys, but Pepe, meme coins, it is what it is. This one is just hot right now. I have no idea where it's going to go, but I don't think it's going to slow down. I think it's going to keep going and going and going, and I wouldn't be surprised if it flipped Dogecoin at this point. It's just popular right now. It could be the name. I do own a little bit of this one, not on Uphold right now, but I'm definitely happy with my return on it. I just thought that when I was looking at this one, I want to say like 3 to 6 months ago, I was just thinking like people are just going to pump this coin. I just have a good feeling about it. And, out of all the meme coins I looked at, yeah, I just think this one's good. Obviously, you've got Shiba and a bunch of other ones, Baby Doge, Floki, Inu, but I like Pepe. I think it is one that's going to just keep going up and up and up and up. Just be careful. And, like I said, guys, none of this is financial advice. But to bring it all home, if you want to get started on Uphold or you're thinking about it, I would just do it. Like I said, I've been on here for 3 years. I'm going to continue using them. And at any point when you're buying coins on this exchange, you could take them off the exchange, put them on an offline wallet, and then, keep them there, and then you can move them to another exchange if you want. But as far as using this for buying and selling, it's totally fine. And as long as you're doing higher amounts of trading, the fees won't be that big of a deal. Okay, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this update on Uphold. If you didn't tap that like as you were watching this, please do that now. You could also get on our crypto newsletter where we send out 1 email a week and updates below in the description. Thanks for watching this, guys, and we'll see you on the next crypto video.